I just saw the craziest thing occur while watching Caleb Hart stream. That man just got a $4,000 donation. That's the biggest I've caught live. I'm happy for him. Hopefully, it's not like a scam or anything. You know what else is crazy? I decided to fight the Phoenix. How do you. I wish I knew how to like rotate this. I don't know how to rotate it the other way. But hey, welcome back everybody to Lantern Year 7. I decided that because the lion fight was so damn easy, I may as well challenge myself a little bit. Just a little bit. But I still think that the power from a level 2 lion is super hardcore. And then I thought maybe I'll fight a level 2 Gorm. I think it'll be more tolerable than the lion, but a little more challenging. Then I realized because of the Gorm climate, and I don't have the thing yet for Gorm climate, we're going to be fighting Gorm later. So why don't we just do the Phoenix? Why don't we give it a shot? Because I'm about farther than I've ever been in the Kingdom Death campaign. I've never actually faced the Phoenix. I've read about it. I have an idea of the concepts of what it does, but this will be a learning experience for me too. So let's give it a shot. We'll see if I regret it because I'm bringing in some big names. There are a couple things that I absolutely have to do. First and foremost, I wanted to craft a Zanbato. It cost a great cat bone and 2 hides at the weapons crafter. So we're going to make a Zanbato, and we're going to add it over here. These go away. And with that, I'm going to hold on to the rest of my items. It seems like I'm going to be needing bones. I don't have the means to really make any armor whatsoever, so I'm hoping that by fighting and beating the Phoenix, I can just go for Phoenix gear. That's another reason why I'm trying to tackle it. Right now, we have 2 endeavors that I would like to use. So the first thing I want to do is share experience, and this is a precautionary measure. I did read on the forums about a certain event card here that the Phoenix has. And the event card deletes a character if they have 0 experience left. So what I want to do is give Roy 1 experience for an endeavor. This will also let him come to age, and I can make him another axe wielder guy, since he happens to be carrying axes at the moment. So I figured it would be a good idea to make him come of age, get a bonus status, and hopefully 2 XP will keep us safe from potential disaster. The event said if you had 0, and I think the event does monster level, like whatever the monster level is, you lose that much XP, and if you have 0 left, then you insta-die. So he should be fine fighting a level 1 Phoenix. I'm sure the event only occurs once in the deck. So we're going to do that with 1 endeavor. The second endeavor, I wanted to try and have a baby. We're going to try with Samus Aran once again. So let's have Samus roll on the augury table. And let's see if we can get an intimacy event. Oh, baby, we get a crit. Crit is an intimacy event on the organ grinder. Captain Falcon doesn't have a kid yet. I know this is probably a popular Smash Brothers ship, so why not let that ship sail? Captain Falcon and Samus having a baby. What is this? This is a settlement event? Intimacy. Alright, what are we doing? It's 1d10, and we love our children, so we throw 2d10. I'll just use a black and a white dice. 2d10, picking the highest. Let's go, baby makers. Oh, baby. Take the 6. Actually, I don't think it matters. 4 to 6, yep. A new survivor is brought, kicking and screaming into the world. The child's eyes are free of the ink that stained the founders' faces. The settlement gains 1 population. I will name the baby and deal with all that stuff later. For this episode, I actually do want to move on to the hunt. So we have some... I did most of the preparations in advance. Let me just pack up Captain Falcon and Samus. And so I don't forget later, because I don't know how long this fight will take. I'll just use a bleeding token because of the blood symbol. Samus, Falcon, baby. We'll name him later. We'll just leave him over there for now. Right. So first, let's set up our departing survivors, and we're taking Mario. Mario's going to be a steel sword user. He's got a bone blade just in case for some reason. He's going to have 1 evasion for the monster grease. He will have 1 strength for Marth's red fist ability. And he'll depart with 2 survival plus the 2 from Hovel and Lantern Oven. We know what we have, so I guess I'll just move this over here for now. So we're taking Mario. Looking decent. Taking Roy, because he had max survival. I have a strategy. My strategy is going to be burn all my survival and kill the Phoenix as efficiently as possible with heavy damage weapons. So I gave him a bone axe instead, just so I'm not endangering my Grax or Gax or Greater Gax, whatever the hell it's called. There it is. Yeah, so I put the Greater Gax aside. I'll try to hit with the Gax maybe first, and I'll probably just stick with the Cleaver because he is insane at the moment. And he gets +1 strength for the Bone Tooth Necklace. He gets an evasion for the Rawhide. He loses this evasion though. Let's delete these excess tokens. And he'll get a +1 strength for Marth's red fist. 1, 1, 1. Let me make sure that Mario was set. He only has 1. Mario is pretty vulnerable. Oh boy. Our only set of armor is going to Dixie. She's coming along still because, hey, I want one of my 2 destined people to follow their destiny. And Palutena's destiny said she needs to go see the Flower Knight. So we've got Monster Grease, the armor, Rawhide. We've got a luck token for the Lucky Charm. We get a strength token for Marth's red fist. She's going to be the new Cat Eye Circlet Scryer. Probably. And she has bone darts, and she has... Just making sure we're all good. She has her monster claws that don't seem to do anything. Yeah. Also, she will depart with 4 extra survival, hitting the limit. 2 for these, 2 for our 2 innovations. And then Marth here. It's got the Skull Helm, the Zanbato, the Monster Grease. That is why I gave him the Monster Grease. Because the Zanbato gets devastating 1 when you inflict a wound. You inflict an additional wound. So, it's also got a Scrap Sword for backup. Now, I don't have a means to make the Scrap Sword gain deadly, so it's not as good as it could be, but that's fine. He has Mighty Strike to make it half deadly. Well, not deadly. Deadly is the critical hit thing. Alright, so he gets that. He gets a strength token for the red fist. he has the king step too, so hopefully he can Zanbato good locations and crit. And he'll gain 2 survival for the hovel and the lantern. So we're super wimpy, super likely to die. I'm just going to burn survival to get around the Phoenix's attacks, and hopefully it'll go okay. Speaking of which, I did prepare the deck and the hit location deck, and I hid the abilities. We'll go over them when we actually get to the hunt. I did not set up the hunt phase yet though, so that shouldn't take too long. We have a Phoenix event here, and here, and here, and here, and then everything else is a normal event. With the Phoenix standing there. I'm also curious, do you guys, if anyone wants to give me some input and let me know, do you guys care? Man, look at this model. This thing is crazy looking. I tainted it. Tinted it red because of the legendary Firebird. But do you guys care if I set up the Showdown off screen? Normally I do. I started, or the thought came across me recently that, some people might think I'm cheating myself by putting events there. I haven't been, but I thought about it. Like, the thought that people would think that did come across my mind. Why are you loading? I don't know what's being loaded, but hopefully that's not annoying there. Let me do something crazy. Let me go like white dice here. Back real quick. Undo the last thing. See if that loading will. There we go. Yeah, there's a lot of script errors in this game module for some reason. Make sure everybody's good. Just have to rebounce tokens apparently because they're so buggy. So we'll rebounce tokens. Wait a minute. I could have zoomed in to make that easier on myself. Ready for the hunt, I do believe. So wish me luck. This will be my first time trying to fight the Phoenix. Mario! Random event. Let's go, Mario. Make it good. Make it good. We want good stuff. We want good events. That is a 75. Alright, I have the Showdown there. So why don't we get the hunt events over here? 75. Oops! Stumbling through the darkness, the event revealer's lantern swings wildly, bumping against their body. The living light inside the lantern becomes agitated by the survivor's clumsiness. Mario! Burning a piece of gear! The event revealer must archive one gear card of their choice. Well, it's a good thing I brought the bone blade. It's just a bone blade. I guess that can go back. Let me, Okay, that's annoying. Mario, what the fuck? Is that all there is to that event? Okay. Just lose a piece of valuable gear. Man, an event like that exists. It makes me never want to take a full list of valuable shit. Alright guys, this is where the scary part begins. This is a Phoenix event. Wind tunnel. Gusting winds threaten to push the survivors back. The survivors lock arms, struggling to move forward. Roll 1d10 and add all survivors' base strength attributes to the result. Base strength, huh? Not the plus ones. Okay. The result is 10 plus. Move forward on the hunt board as normal. Otherwise, move the survivors 2 spaces back. Well, we can only go back to start. What is this gonna be? Well, that's a 9. I'm pretty sure someone has a base strength. There you go. That's a base strength 10. So we will move forward as normal. Cool. That wasn't so bad. Mildly annoying if we moved backwards, but that wasn't so bad. Random hunt event for Dixie Chimpany. Let's determine our fate. I do like the sound of hearing these dice roll. A 98. Ooh. What is a 98? Glowing blood. Have we done this one before? I don't know. Maybe I did this with my group. The survivors find a trail of their quarry's blood, evidence of some horrific battle. The event revealer may taste the monster's blood. The blood brings a vision of the upcoming battle. The event revealer places a token on any space on the hunt board. If the survivors start the showdown on this space, they ambush the monster. Roll again on the hunt event board before moving on. Oh, hey, look, 99 is Portcullis. We have the key for that place. Aw, yeah. Well, it says here the event revealer may taste the monster's blood. Are you supposed to, like, decide right there and then? We'll taste it. We'll taste the monster's blood. So I place a token on any space on the hunt board. If the survivors start the showdown on this space, they ambush the monster. Well, what is the standard showdown setup? It's 6 spaces away. So the very bottom, because he's a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Then this will be the representative token. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's an extra. Oh, wait. He's a 3x3. Right. So depending on where I put the phoenix, I would put him in this 3x3 zone. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's too bad the board wasn't designed with the thought of 3x3 models to be, symmetrical. But okay, if we start there, we get an ambush and we get another random event. It would be nice to get a turn 1 against the Phoenix. 30. I always get confused when I see the 10s on the 1s. I'm looking at the wrong page here. Event number 30. 1 back. Rotten faces. The stone faces start to give under the survivors' feet. The faces are bloated and smell terrible. Each survivor must roll on the table. Before I read what will happen to us, let's roll on the table. Get that out of the way. And this. Okay, what do we got? Alright, 1 for Mario. That ought to be the worst result. What's the worst result? 1 to 2. Your foot gets stuck and you quickly begin to sink into the ground. After a struggle, you manage to break free. If your survivor had leg armor, it is lost in the muck. Archive the gear. Well, Mario's got a naked foot, so he's good. Who's next? 4. 3 to 5. Mired, you struggle to break free. Roll again on this table, or spend 1 survival to escape. Fuck that. Get out of the muck, Roy. Yeah. 6 to 9, you escape without incident. Okay, Dixie has to reroll 2. And then that would mean he has to reroll 2. A 5. 5. Get out of the muck, guys. Get out of the muck. We're not spending survival. Get out of no muck. Yo, we got a 10 and a crack. Dixie found a resource. I'm pretty sure that's what my eyes saw. Okay, a 6. 6 you get out, right? 6 you get out. 10 you find something gross drudging through the rot. Gain a random basic resource. Nice! It's something gross. Cool beans, man. We got love juice in the muck. Oh my. What kind of muck was that? Well, that's okay. Cool. Guess. So that was 2 events here. We have another Phoenix event. If all goes well, we can just go fight the Phoenix. Whoops, there I go again. Glimpse. A massive shadow passes over the survivors. They turn their gazes up in time to catch a glimpse of the indecipherable shape of the Phoenix, disappearing into the darkness. The event revealer rolls 1d10. The event revealer is Marth. Please, nothing bad. That is a 1. Time drags. All survivors gain 2 insanity. Roll 3 times on the hunt event table before moving on the hunt board. The Phoenix has time powers for those that aren't aware of this thing. Okay, so who gets the insanity? All of us? That's fine. Insanity's cool in my book. 3 more events? Jesus Christ. I hope nothing bad happens. Can we please get plain events? So the next event will be Mario as the revealer. We get a 74. I don't want to roll on this chart 3 times. We almost oops again. Antler gouged. A great battle of dominance between 2 enormous antelope has left the stone-faced ground gouged with crisscrossing scars. Each survivor, for some reason, needs to roll on this chart. Oh, you know what? I didn't check. None of these guys in this party have, like, the +2 exploration events. I don't have any casual peoples. Oh boy. Here we go. Let's start with the lowest. Oh, I see a lantern. We got 2. Alright, so Roy is a 2. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing here. Roy is a 2. The survivor trips over the jagged ground, hurting their leg. Gaining a torn muscle, severe leg injury. Fuck, 2 people got that. So you got it, and no, 2 people didn't get it. It's a 1 to 2. What's torn muscle? I don't see it here. I guess it's not a permanent severe injury. Hold on. My eye just started watering so badly. Okay, 74. Remember 74. Torn muscle. Your quadriceps is ripped to shreds. You cannot dash until the showdown ends. Skip the next hunt, gain a bleeding token. That fucking sucks. Dash was like the whole reason why I wanted to do this fight. Oh man, Roy, I hope you'll be okay with just dodge. Excuse me, I apologize for the burps. Back to the chart. We have a 3 as the next lowest. 3 to 8. The survivor treads carefully over the destroyed faces. Okay. And then we have a 10. This better be worth. The survivor finds a loosened stone. I got a founding stone? Oh, but it's on her! Damn it, Dixie! Damn it! This is the second time you got a 10 when I don't want you to. I'm gonna leave the Founding Stone. There's nothing I want to sacrifice for it. Yeah, I'd rather keep my bone darts. We'll sack the Founding Stone. Alright, that was event number 1. We got a torn leg and no one would have... She can't pick up the Founding Stone. She had to go to quit 10. Damn it, Dixie. Couldn't have been the opposite. Get a 15. I hope the 15 is fun. Man trap! The event revealer has sprung a terrible trap! Oh, event revealer is going to be Roy. Oh man, it's because he tore his muscle. It's because he tore his muscle. He got a 2! Oh, with a terrible crash, the steel jaws of the man trap cleanly sever your foot. Suffer the dismembered leg severe injury. Roy, my boy. Where's that? There it is. Roy, you stupid idiot. First he tore his leg and then he gets it dismembered. First he tore a muscle. That's too funny. -2 permanent movement and can no longer dash. Well, he lost his ability to dash already, but I digress. This injury is permanent, can be recorded twice. The survivor with 2 of them has lost both their legs and must retire at the end of the next showdown or settlement phase. Gain a bleeding token. I don't have any way to cure bleeding tokens. Roy, why are you rolling so... No! That's event 2. Here's event 3. I hope we can make it to the fucking Phoenix alive. 34. Oh man, this is... Fuck the Phoenix. Crippling misery. Why are they all so bad? Every survivor must roll 1d10. The lowest scoring survivor or survivors becomes a straggler. Take 2 brain event damage. Oh, that's not so bad. They're just gonna panic and freak out. We don't care about brain event damage, so this is fine. Still, that's like a series of unfortunate events, quite literally. Ha! It's Roy! Roy, you're having a bad day, bro. You're having a bad day. Alright, Roy, hang in there. You're a big boy. You might have lost your leg, but we need you to fight the Phoenix. This ends... We move forward and we encounter the Phoenix. Let's set this shit up. So the Phoenix gets a Nightmare Tree terrain card set up in the center of the board. I don't think... Oh, we did... Did we see the Nightmare Tree before? I forget. We've seen the Lonely Tree. Kill the Lonely Tree. Nightmare Tree. What do you do? Obstacle, impassable. Oh yeah, we did see this before. You can like try to find a thing off of it if you really care to. It's not that important. Nightmare Tree. In the middle of the board. It didn't load yet. Aha, I caught you. I'll put you back. And it loads, and then it's fine. I don't understand how that works. So, middle of the board. Right there will be fine. Because the Phoenix starts on top of the tree. Damn, that model is impressive. The textures could use work, of course, but still. Just seeing the scale of this thing we're about to fight. Okay. 2 random terrain tiles set up normally. Good stuff. Bug patch. Good stuff. Survivor corpse. If a survivor moves through the space occupied by this terrain, they suffer brain damage equal to the monster level. You can scavenge it. gain 1 insanity. Archive the terrain, gain 2 insanity and 1 random basic resource, gain 3 insanity and 1 skull basic resource. Well, suppose if I find opportunity to, I will scavenge it. I am interested in collecting more of the vermin stuff because I don't really know what vermins do. Not all of them anyway. So a survivor corpse. How do you set up? 6 spaces from all other terrain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I'll get it from the get-go. I don't want anyone to move through that though. So survivor setup, we're all 6 spaces around, and I will get to go first if I start on my ambush spot. Now for the Phoenix, I think we want to at all times have it surrounded. And the Phoenix does have a blind spot. Unfortunately for Roy, he's like a mile away from it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he can only walk 3. I don't know how the Phoenix, how it determines its targets. So... and we'll get Mario ready to get in the back of the beast. We're going to try this. We're going to try a surround formation. Alright, let me get rid of this token. Good luck to me. But before we actually begin, let's learn what this Phoenix can do. So first of all, well, I can flip those now. Every survivor gets this card. We all get a dreaded decade. You can pay your action to roll 1d10. If the result is equal to or less than your insanity, remove all age tokens. Otherwise, you suffer Spiral Age. Spiral Age, I believe, is a monster story event. So age tokens are like the thing for here. I'll just use a lunacy token as the age token. Make it bigger. Alright. We'll have this ready to copy pasta around. So what am I going to need to do? Let's roll 1d10 if the result is equal to or less than your insanity. Remove all age tokens. Alright, so being insane in this fight is good. Okay, next thing, we want to learn what the Phoenix can do. Materialize. Remove the monster from the Showdown board and place it adjacent to the target. It must be placed so its base covers as many other survivors as possible. They suffer collision as normal. So he basically enters the board, and if he can stand on top of someone else, he will do that. So we always want to try to remain 3 spaces away from each other. Zeal! At the end of each monster turn, perform basic action. His basic action is annoying too. Razor Wind. Survivors in the blast zone suffer knockback 7, bash, and bleed 1. Shit! I should have got bandages. Pretty much dodging this. There is a flow for us to get out of the way after he moves and attacks the target. There is a flow after that for us to move. So unlike with the lion, we can dash to avoid this, except for Mr. Dismembered Leg over there. Okay. Finally, Spiral Age. Remove all age tokens and gain 4 Hunt XP for each token. If you gain more Hunt XP than available Hunt XP boxes, you cease to exist. When you cease to exist, if your settlement innovated family, all survivors with your surname lose 2 weapon proficiency levels. So this Phoenix just ages you out of existence. Are you guys ready to go? 'Cause I'm not ready to go. But we don't have a choice. Dixie. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you know what? We can just get up to it. Because we're 6 away. Yeah, Dixie, hit location check. Let's learn about our opponent in a little bit. Glorious Wing Claws. If you wound, the Phoenix blows everything away. Eye of the Storm. Survivors in the Eye of the Storm gain 1 insanity. All other survivors suffer knockback 7 and bash. Yeah. I should have started up there. Oh. So Marth could get in the Eye of the Storm while everyone else gets knocked back and suffers bash. I'm sure they can opt to dodge it. If I critically wound, the Phoenix gains a -1 damage token. By the way, I forgot to update the stats on this. It's 8 move and 10 toughness. Glorious Handed Feet. Reflex. Monster's glare pierces the survivor's puny mind, causing explosions of pain. Turn to face the attacker and roll 1d10. If the result is higher than the attacker's hunt XP, they suffer 1 brain damage for each age token they have. That doesn't seem so bad at the moment, because we have no age tokens. Glorious Hands. You strike the monster's powerful digits. That looks really good. This one looks annoying. And you know what? Marth can choose to ignore this because he has King Step. So if Marth goes first, he might be in business. Alright. One, 2, 3, 4. I don't know where to stand with this thing, so I'm just going to stand kind of centralized to it. We'll have Marth go next. Why is your evasion at... Like, why did these tokens flip over? Let me make sure everyone is correct. Okay. That made no sense. When did those flip? Did I flip them? Okay, let's do this, Marth. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're just gonna stand on the bug patch, unless the bug patch is... No, I can stand on it. It's not impassable. Marth will swing the Zanbato Grand Weapon. We hit on a 6+. We do have 1 accuracy. We hit on a 5+. Is there anything else that helps me here? Zanbato. That's a 6. That's a hit. I will initiate the King's Step. Whenever I attack after drawing hit locations before rolling the wound, I may choose 1 hit location drawn, discard it, get a new one. I don't want everyone to be blown back. So all according to plan. The Glorious Handed Feet. We have no H tokens, so we don't really care. Wound this bitch. 4 plus a 6. That's a 10, so that is a wound. We are devastating. That is 2 wounds. Zanbato power. I will surge. Oh man. This is the strategy. We burn all our survival, do the damage if I can. Fucking... It was a 5. I'll let that one slide, but if they hit models, I'm going to lean on not letting it slide. Do I hit on 5? I do hit on 5. I have an accuracy. Oh boy! I hit. We get the chance to strike at the glorious hands of this stupid Phoenix. Let's go. Let's kill you before you do anything, Phoenix. 6 again. That will be another 2 wounds. Unlike Savage, Zambato always does an additional wound when you have the green and the red, which we have. That was a good turn. I wish I could keep surging, but then the game would be too easy. Mario. Not to be outdone by Marth. Mario steps forward and raises his steel sword in the blind spot of the Phoenix. Stop hitting the edge. 7 is a hit. Glorious crest. Turn to face the attacker. If I cause a wound, he will do shit. Perform displacement. Place the Phoenix anywhere along the board edge furthest from the attacker. If the attacker has any age tokens, they may attempt to follow the Phoenix by rolling 1d10. Okay, I can't do that. This fight seems really crazy. Like, interesting crazy, and still scary at the same time. Mario rolls to wound. We roll a 2. I will employ Sharp. So we have a 7 at the moment. We just need a 3. And that will cause a wound. The steel sword. So, Phoenix will displace anywhere along the board edge farthest from the attacker. Well, if you were to go to farthest, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 would be much farther than going this way, I'm sure. So anywhere along the board edge, farthest from the attacker, I suppose it would be the corner, right? Displacement. If the attacker has any age tokens, they may attempt to follow. If the result is equal to or less than their hunt XP, place them in a free space adjacent to the Phoenix after it is placed. Otherwise, cancel all hits now out of range. Critical wound, I would have got a random Phoenix resource, which would have been nice. Okay. So now he's like a mile away, and that's annoying. So, Roy, who's become kind of useless. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Because the Phoenix won't land on anybody. No, the Phoenix can land. That's not adjacent, though. This wouldn't be adjacent. Just in case, I'll make 3 here. Okay. Let's see what Birdman can do. Pustule cannons. All survivors in the blast zone. That's actually nobody. No target. Disdain. Blast zone is to his sides. Disdain. Disdain. Place the Phoenix at the center of the nightmare tree. It emits a hissing moan. All non-death survivors suffer brain damage equal to the monster's level. Perform Spiral Age. End the Phoenix's turn. 1 brain damage. So this is level 1. Perform Spiral Age. Remove all age tokens. Everyone has 0, so nobody gains XP. No one ceases to exist. Alright, now we're getting, I'm understanding how this guy works. He hasn't given us any age tokens yet. Most of his attacks do, if he actually gets them off. I haven't forgotten he has Zeal, so now he will perform a basic action. Closest threat in range would be a tie between Marth and Mario. Evens odds left to right. Mario's evens, Martha's odds. So he's targeting Marth. Target gains 1 age token There's no avoiding this. This seems like if you can grind it perfectly, like if you know you can kill it, you could get highly leveled characters, although I don't know how highly leveled you would want them to get, because you don't want to hit retirement with a good character. So maybe you don't even want to grind them. Alright, gain an age token, move and attack target. You will do 2 speed, 2 plus accuracy, 2 damage, and then Razor Wind after his attack. So I am taking the attack, but I can avoid the Razor Wind. So that is 1 hit, 2 hits. Marth has, what, 1 evasion token? So yeah, 3s. 2 hits, 2 damage each. Good dodge. The head, the body. Well, the head is protected, so we take that. The body is not, so we dodge that. And then, the other problem is he does his basic Razor Wind. So you never want to be in front of this thing. To avoid Razor Wind, there is a flow on the card. So Marth will dash. I feel bad for Roy, as Roy will never be able to get around this guy. Whew, Razor Wind misses. The Phoenix turn is over. 7 cards left. Dixie goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I may as well dig into the bug patch. If I plan on using my survivals in this fight, let's use them. Get a 3. The insects scatter, leaving their meal behind. Gain 1 random basic resource and archive this terrain. Okay, that's not so bad. It's not a vermin, but I don't even have cooking yet, so I don't think vermins are worth. Get a monster organ. That was for Dixie. And then I will surge for an additional action. Rawhide armor. We'll actually get it back. That's the first time Dixie gained it back. I realized I was using the monster dice too. Well, now I do. We're going to scry the hit location deck. I can't wait to see this thing's BS trap card. So +2 toughness to wound that location, but if you get a crit wound, looks like cool stuff. First strike. The attacker may cancel their attack. The reflex, the monster stares into your future and kills all your children. Attacker suffers the destroyed genitals severe waist injury. This bird is doing things. At least the attacker can realize if it's, you know, unless you can guarantee the crit or you don't care. This is annoying. Marth's gonna go first and mill the fuck out of that. +2 toughness for this location. So a toughness of 12. You know what? If I do Mario first, and I magically crit this, then I can actually roll to hit this, because we will ignore the reflex. What is this? If the attacker has any age tokens, they suffer rewind. Rewind. Undo the survivor's attack. Restore any wounds or persistent injuries this attack caused to the monster. Place the survivors 5 spaces away from the monster. Critical wound. So yeah, Mario, as he has no age tokens, and then Marth. Because Marth can get rid of that with his King Step ability. This Phoenix is something else. Mario will go first. Attacking the blind spot with his steel sword. He rolls a 4, which does hit. It was almost a crit. So +2 toughness for the feathered body of the Phoenix Beast. We roll an 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's a 13, so I do not have to roll for sharp. Mario causes a wound. Then I will surge. Did he regain survival? I forget. Oh, Mario didn't get a chance to surge, right, because the Phoenix ran away like a bitch. Steel sword. A 3 does wound as we are in the blind spot. So Mario will get a chance to nail the glorious head of this son of a bitch. I'm gonna re-roll that before that finishes its result. Let's roll up here. Let's roll better than that. Come on, give it a roll. Give it a roll. Let's go. Roll the dice. There you go. A 2. So 5 and 2 is 7. We are sharp. A 10 will be 17. We do cause another wound. So far, my plan is working. It looks like heavy weapons and a way to scry the hit location deck is doing a good job here. Haven't gotten any crit hits though, so I haven't gotten extra resources, which is what I'm really desperate for. Marth. Which, by the way, now that I'm thinking about it, I will use this. Marth caused a wound, so his grand weapon will get XP if he lives. Mario caused a wound. He will get XP for a sword. She might try. Honestly, she might try the wound next. Now I need to find out what the trap does so I can learn how best to deal with it. Roy's not going to be doing anything again. I wish I had the greater Gax. I didn't expect his leg to become so fucked up. Morith. I'm just thinking, should I get into the blind spot? Yeah, I'll get into the blind spot. You know what? I'll even get into the center of the blind spot. This is bad if he teleports around, but Marth, well, yeah, let's go for it. I don't like that. It is a 5. That is a wound. Zanbato hits on a 6. So 5 in the back plus the accuracy. So this thing. I will mill the card with King Step. Like I said, I'm not going to risk Marth's genitals. Glorious Armpit. Fail to wound, perform a basic action, target the attacker. I would love to critically wound this armpit. Alright, that's a 3. With a 6 is 9. With the 1 strength, 2 strength is 11. That is a wound, so no failure. Man, all sorts of stuff happen if you get a crit on this card. That has 2 more wounds because our weapon is devastating. And we will, of course, surge. Roll the hit. It's a hit. Don't trap me, bro. That is a 7. Interface, -2 toughness to wound this location. It has death blow, but he still has cards left. So it doesn't matter, the death blow. I'm not gonna count. Let's not hit the fucking Phoenix. Alright, 2 will not wound. Is that 7, 8? No, a 2 does wound. Does that have 2 strength? 9, 10. Yay, power. Get out of here. Get out of here. So he's going to keep constantly pustule cannons, huh? If there's no target, he will disdain, but we don't really have tokens. So he's going to attack the sides and his butt, which is Marth. So there will be a target. What is this? Get an age token. Attack each target in the blast zone with 5 speed at 4+ accuracy. Does 1 damage. Before damage, reduce armor points at all hit locations by 2. Well, I can surge, or I can dash out of that zone. So we'll leave Roy right here. Right there, right there, right there, right there. We'll leave him right there. Excuse me. I don't know why I'm burping. I don't even have a beverage on me. Okay, this fight's going beautifully so far. It is the Phoenix's turn. He will pustule cannons. During the flow of determining the blast zone, here's a good question. Here's a good question. The blast zone has been determined, then the flow. So the target has been identified. The target is Marth. If I dash on that flow, do I still gain an age token? I think yes, because I'm targeted. But when he goes down to the attack each target in the blast zone, because he doesn't move, he's going to attack and whiff. I think that's what will happen. If it said each target in the blast zone gains an age token, I would think I would dodge the age token. So we're going to dash. This is why dash is so damn good. We'll dash over to there. And then we get the age token. So that occurred. And then he will do his attack in the blast zone. Nobody gets hit. And then he will zeal. And basic action, closest threat in range is Dixie. Target gains an age token. Move and attack the target. So 2 speed, 2+ accuracy, 2 damage. It's attacking Dixie. So gonna kill you in the next round of combat, Phoenix. Gets a 3 and a 2. Those will miss. 3 and a 2 is too low for Dixie's 2 evasion. And after that, the Razor Wind occurs. Dixie will dash. I'm going to have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I may as well try and dig for a thing. So he'll Razor Wind. It'll hit nobody. No one's in the blast zone. Okay. So far, so good. Does Zeal work? I guess Zeal would make him basic attack at the end. Dixie will scavenge the dead human. Dead survivor. Get a 5. Gain 2 insanity. 1 random basic resource. Archive terrain. Get a broken lantern scrap. Dixie's got all the stuff. Alright, Dixie. Surge. We'll roll to get that back. Did I roll to get my dash back? I don't remember. If I didn't, it's not a big deal. We will get that back. And then we're going to scry the hit deck. So the feathered wing. God, well, no, that doesn't give a resource. Any of these give a resource? The glorious wing sphincter. I just read what it gives you. Tiny wing hands. Critical wound, gain 1 small hand, parasites, phoenix resource. Impervious. You dislodge some parasites from the monster's glorious wing. What are the odds I could crit that? I think I have to try. Marth probably, or not Marth, but Mario probably 100% guarantees this thing dies. Do I attack with Roy? I'll give Roy a chance. If I hit the trap, I get to find out what the trap does at the very least. There's still 10 cards left. Who has the best odds of critting? She does. She has the 1 luck. This weapon isn't deadly. Who's got the deadly weapon? Zanbato is devastating. It is deadly. Okay, it doesn't devastating doesn't work on impervious. So Marth can go first, hit the impervious location, and try to just kill him, I guess. We'll go for the kill, the safety. I don't need to put Roy in danger. I don't need to draw a trap card. I don't need to take risks, is what I'm trying to say. Marth is going for it. We roll a 1. That does not hit. So we will surge and go for it again. Looking for that 4 or larger. So the impervious wings, I will try to get tiny hands. 9 or 10. I'ma keep it. Wow, good job, Marth. Really, good job. I can't believe you just did that. Where's the Phoenix's resource deck? Ah, I didn't take it out. I don't know why I'm shuffling it. Tiny hands. Small hand parasites. So I'll copy that. I'll leave that over here before putting it back in the deck as I do now. I can't believe I just got that willy-nilly. I love you, Marth. I love my heroes. I'm loving this campaign. Mario. You know what, Roy? Get in there. I'm giving you 1 chance. You have a butcher's cleaver. Use it. You are insane. Use the butcher's cleaver and show me what you're made of. That doesn't hit. That doesn't hit. I'll give you one more chance. Because he can still surge. One more chance, Roy. Come on, Fire Emblem hero. It's a one hit. I know it hit the model. I'll take it. The Feathered Wing. Oh no. This is gonna blow everyone away. Roy, you better get a crit. Alright, let's figure this out. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is a wound. So good job. The Phoenix blows everything away. And there is no flow on this card for me to dash. Survivors in the Eye of the Storm gain 1 insanity. All other survivors suffer knockback 7 and bash. Oh, I think she would fly this way. I don't know if that was 6 or 7, but... So he has 2 hit locations that do this. I don't think I was paying attention to the fact that there's a hit location that did this. So unfortunately for me, we have to go another turn. But it's okay. Roy gets a wound with an axe. So he will get weapon proficiency if we win. Alright, Phoenix. Basic attack. Closest threat in range. There are no threats. No targets. Disdain. He's going to disdain twice. Place him at the center. 1 brain damage. Perform Spiral Age. So we'll do it one at a time. Brain damage. Brain damage. Brain damage. I knew I should have just attacked with Marth. Marth could have got rid of that card. Spiral Age. Remove all age tokens. And gain 4 hunt XP for each token. If available, or if you gain more hunt XP. Oh god, okay. Marth just gained 8 hunt XP. Seven, 8. He just aged twice. Wow. You're an old man already, bro. Old man already. No one else had age tokens. That's terrifying. Okay. So before I do... No, I guess I have to do the age stuff first. Let's do the flow correctly. Dixie just aged to 2. Let's go to milestone events. That was scary, actually. Just having 2 age tokens is terrifying. I forgot I can spend an action to remove all of those. But there has to be a lower roll than my insanity. Good God in heaven. This fight is crazy. Improved reflexes. The years sharpen your reflexes. Roll in the table below. 2d10. This is for Dixie. It's a 9. That's a 14. 14. 7 to 15. 1 permanent strength. Well, maybe that'll help. Alright, Marth. Same thing. And then you get age 3 as well. Martha's going to end up retiring sooner than I would like. 11. 1 permanent strength. Age 3. Enhanced senses. Experience sharpens your instincts. Because he was forced to age by the Phoenix. Roll dice. That is a 13. one random fighting art. He has 3, and I have checked the rules recently. I thought you could choose not to accept a new fighting art, but I was wrong. We're going to be forced to accept whatever this is. And we have to replace something. Probably Mighty Strike. Unconscious fighter. Fighting art. And special fighting arts do, or secret fighting arts do count towards your total. It takes 7 bleeding tokens to kill you. Yeah, if I'm swinging a Zambato around with him, I don't really care about Mighty Strike, so we will replace the Mighty Strike. He's now a unconscious fighter. That's not so bad. So that was his aging. Now the Phoenix does his second attack. He will disdain us again, which will do brain damage. So this fight looks like it's avoiding age tokens unless you have a character you want to level up, like a new guy. You want just like 1 or 2 age tokens on him right away. For baby, maybe just 1. He'll disdain. There's nothing to spiral age, so no worries. Why couldn't that be 3 hunt XP for each token? 4 seems a little overkill. Alright. Now, the Phoenix, we all got knocked down as a reaction. So instead of the Phoenix doing 2 more brain damage, we all get up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Scry that hit location deck. Glorious Wing Sphincter. Glorious Eye. Soft Lower Gut. Huh. Interesting. Critical wound to get. So, I see nothing that gives resources. This does give a random fighting art, but the odds of doing that aren't great. So we're just going to go for the kill. This does an Eye of the Storm effect. The underside is pale and soft, -2 to win this location. Let's just go for the kill. And then if the attack has any age tokens, they suffer the rewind. So put them back in this order. I'd have to say, if you're prepared for this fight, which I didn't think I was, but if you have high damage weapons, I guess, and a way to check for that trap card, it's not too bad. Who wants the killing blow? 3, 4, 5. Mario. Mario will dash. He can dash, right? Yes. He just can't encourage. Mario will dash to spend movement immediately. Get up the butt of this guy. Take his long, pointy steel sword and stick it in the butt. He gets a 3. The 3 does hit, just to verify. Hits on the 4 up in the blind spot. So Mario will take his long, pointy sword at the 8 toughness location and do 8 damage with the 5 strength, so I don't have to roll for sharpen. We kill the Phoenix. Okay, I better understand this fight. But still, huzzah! First time fighting the Phoenix and killing it. Relatively no problems. Bad hunt phase, so I feel bad for Roy. But that should have been a lot more interesting. Let's put him over here for the time being. We are victorious. The Phoenix falls. We gain the Hunt XP, weapon proficiency, and rewards. I don't want Marth to get more Hunt XP. Even Roy. Roy didn't call. Did he cause a wound? He did. I put the token there. So even Roy got a thing. She aged. She doesn't get Monster Claw. Wow, Marth can only go out 4 more times. So much for becoming a master of the grand weapon. Now, in all honesty, there is a way to get your Hunt XP reset. So, he could stick around for a while depending on things. Alright, Dixie hit her 3rd age. Let's do that first. Can get this nightmare tree out of here. Put those back. She gets a 5 and a 9. That's a 14. That's a random fighting art. A new fighting art for Dixie. Exciting. Alright, Dixie. What's it gonna be? Thrill Seeker. Whenever you gain survival during the showdown phase, gain 1 additional survival. Well, that seems really good for the person who is wearing the Rawhide armor set. We can get these cards off. Alright. Put those here for now. Delete the age tokens, the accuracy tokens. And what else do we get? Rewards! The first time the Phoenix is defeated, gain the Plumery settlement location. Survivors with age tokens gain 1 understanding. That would be nobody. And the group gains 4 basic, 4 Phoenix resources. So we get the Plumery. The Plumery. Let's take a look at this. Can work towards the Phoenix set. The Phoenix set is really fucking hard to build. If I really want to farm this, it's going to take a lot of effort. We do have some irons. We actually have the means to make more irons. I don't have leather though. I'm going to need to make a leather maker next. Because all I have is hides. Okay, well let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Let me clear out the center of the board because I'm going to be using it now. Just pick up our characters. They're coming home. We killed a giant time bird. Feels pretty good, man. Alright. Do get 1 insanity on a random survivor because we drew a skull. 4, that will be Roy. And let's copy, paste. Now that I'm back at the settlement and I'm done with the basic resource deck, this stuff will all be archived, so we'll put it back. For the Phoenix, get some feathers, some more feathers, a finger, and an eye. Alright. We also got his parasite hands, as well as this extra stuff that I can spread out here. So a pretty good haul, I guess. I would like more Phoenix things. We didn't really cut the Phoenix's body up too well. And Martha's like nearly ready for retirement. So let's do this in order. I cannot make anything yet. We are returning. We are gaining endeavors. Lantern Year 7 was a smashing success. It is time to read A Crone's Tale. You know, I should have locked the DLC stuff in place. I can do that now. until they move later. So a crone's tail, that will be the Flower Knight. Let's see if I can find the page. This guy has a large book. It's a Showdown. Forest wants what it wants is his hunt board setup. Breakthrough is when you get to the gate. Sense memories when you get to the gate. Where's the crone's tail? Did I pass it? Warm virus. Let's look at the states. There's one more. I probably passed it. 2. Flower Knight. Right, we're not doing the Bloom People campaign. Should be the 3rd tab. No. Now. I swear I looked at every page. Where's the crone's tail? It's on here. Oh, wait a minute. Let me take a closer look here. I don't see an SE. I think it is a settlement event, though. Let's do a quick search. I'm not crazy. I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, all the expansions have a thing in here. No, that's the Secret in the Forest. That's him. He's really cool looking, in my opinion. Where's a crone's tail? It's not a core rulebook thing. I don't think it is, anyway. Timeline events. Nope. It should be... I thought the Flower Knight was the crone's tail. Is it the Lion Knight? No, uninvited guest. See, he has his page. Story event. Yeah, that's his page. This guy should have a story event page. If it's missing, I will look for a PDF of the Flower Knight. Or at least an image to reference. Because his crone's tail seems to be not here to tail. Yeah, new rules. I know about perishables. It applies to his flowers and his hunt board setup and his fairy ring and his gate and night expansions. I already looked into that. There's a Showdown. So I think his crone's tail thing is missing. Because it's definitely not the Forest wants what it wants, and it wouldn't make sense for it to appear afterwards. I'm just doing one last check. I know, it's like insanity. Sense memory. I'm expecting... I looked over it when I didn't. That's all of the pages. Okay. So, I will end the video right here, because I cannot go farther... Well, I can go farther then. If this is a story event and not a settlement event, we can at the very least do a settlement event. So hold my horses, me. We have a crone's tail to find, but we have a settlement event to perform. Glossolalia. What does that mean? I don't know. The settlement calls out to the returning survivors in a chorus of unknown tongues. Each survivor in the settlement begins to speak in their own incomprehensible language until all the sounds of the settlement are replaced with a never-ending babble. Nominate one survivor. Doesn't say to roll a D10, but I guess I'm rolling a D10. Who are we nominating? Let's nominate somebody. Unknown Baby. Unknown baby, before I name you, you are nominated to understand the unknown babble of the citizens here, even though you are just a child. You probably understand it really well. 8 plus. The nominated survivor's words carry above all the others. Oh, we got a leader in this kid. As they speak, the others begin to learn their language impossibly fast. The nominated survivor gains 2 understanding and adds the title, Father of Words, to their name. Your settlement may endeavor at science and education innovations normally this settlement phase. What does that mean? Lingering effects. Glossolalia prevents science endeavors. Glossolalia prevents education endeavors. Oh, but because... so if I didn't understand, it would have the lingering effect. So I can do science and education endeavors normally. Okay, I understand. Requires pictographs I don't have. So I can't do automatic writing, but I can deep listen, spend 2 resources. Without language to distract them, the settlement learns to time their movements to the beating of their hearts. Departing survivors gain +1 movement token. Endeavor here once per settlement phase. Right, you only get 1 chance to. This settlement event doesn't stay forever. Okay, so if I want everyone to get an extra movement token, it's a waste of 2 resources though. So the only thing that matters, 2 understanding for baby. And whatever I decide to name baby, which I'll figure out baby's name soonish. He's the father of words. Good job, kid. You're gonna be big. You're gonna be real big. So yeah, we'll figure out who the father of words is exactly. No death counter to update for another year. Now I have to say farewell. I will look up the Crone's Tale. If I can't find a way to get an image of it on screen, I should be able to get an image of it on screen at the very least. We can read it together. If I can't, I'll just read it to you guys. And then we will do the Hooded Knight and Gorm Weather. I don't want to move forward until I do this in order. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the fight with the Phoenix. We totally wrecked it. I am a little depressed that Marth only gets to go out 4 more times, but hey, if someone retires, he still hangs out in the village. We want to keep Marth around for the second King's fight, which is in 2 years, so I won't send Marth out again. We'll figure out what we're doing. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care out there, everybody.